Right. Howdy, folks. I'm just gonna quickly check one thing. Yep. Alright, looks good. So, I've just got a quick disclaimer, not financial advice. This is your own risk, blah blah blah. I included some text of the current win rate of the strategy that I'm doing. I decided I took a bit of inspiration from some other guy about the last loss, so we're gonna keep a count of when the last loss is, because that might be interesting. Anyhows, I'm gonna go through and do my top-down analysis. I could. There we go. I'm just going to send this. There we go. Starting with the weekly chart. So we're in a weekly fair value gap. We have ES that has a weekly fair value gap nearby. I just want to check that monthly candle, see what that, yeah. Daily, we're inside of a daily fair value gap. Let's get rid of some of them drawings. Same here, we've got a daily volume imbalance. We've got our daily fair value gap. A bit more of a daily fair value gap lower. Right, move on to the 4 hour. 4 hours looking fairly bearish for ES. Them lows are looking mad suspect. Okay, we have this 4 hour gap that we're trading into. And I jump onto one. Okay, I'm gonna go to the hourly. Yeah, that sell side is very likely gonna get hit. If we're completely bearish today, that is sell side objectives. We do have news at 10, right? So I'm just gonna wait for that. There we go. So make it full screen. Yeah, this was the 4 hour gap. So let me just actually go back to the 4 hour. What did we do? We swept those equal highs and we displaced lower from London session. It's very likely I mean, based on ES, them lows are looking way too obvious, so I'm very certain that they're gonna get hit. Which kind of means that NQ must also be bearish for that time being, unless it gets held somewhere. I'm just thinking of as to whether I'm weighing up between this gap holding and then us taking sell side lower into this larger gap which we have on the regular trading hours. And I kind of prefer that scenario. Because, oh look, we had a gap here. Yesterday traded all the way back into that to close it. Let's check the... Yeah, yesterday traded all the way back up into that to close it. And now we've got this below us here. So I'm gonna mark that out and keep it there. Hourly order flow currently is bearish from today. I mean, if we check the 15, I mean, some minor form of accumulation in Asia. We swept it in London as well as buy side for an immediate reversal. So if the pattern is like this, right, what do you expect? Do you expect a retracement for a continuation? Unless we've hit some measure of sell side for a complete reversal. And that'd be a... No, that'd be a Z day. I don't think today is a Z day. That's why I don't think now we would go back higher and take this high. At least not until maybe this sell side's been swept or, you know. Let me see this 15-minute. I'll draw the opening range gap. Okay, we're gapping lower ever so slightly. I'll change this to 4 hour. In fact, I don't want that large fair value gap, so I'm just going to draw this smaller one. Oh dear. I'm going to quickly check the 15-minute here and then YM. Yeah, I like that. YM is bearish, yo. Man. Just for like the today's order flow. But when we zoom out, maybe it's on that rise to come up for buy side. So we need to get careful. We need to be careful we're not getting stuck in a Judas. Did just sweep that low. Hourly, like current bearish order flow is bearish. If you check in the 15-minute, you know, it's lower. Some nice equal lows down here. Do we think we could get there? Zoom back out. Well, it's possible. Because what? If you were to say that the dealing range maybe is like that. Optimal trade entry, sweeping those lows, large imbalance unfilled. It's possible. It's definitely possible. I think I like most about NQ how we've got this large gap unfilled here, as well as that lining up with the market maker model. Because let me see, where did 50% come from when we draw like that? Yeah, so 50% is just below here. So I could see that happening. I mean, if you drew it higher up, where's 50%? 50% got touched. Did sweep them lows. Hmm. And ES was looking mad suspect. Because this 4-hour candle is completely knifed through some bullish PD rays. What is in an order block right now, but it's trading heavy discount in that 1 hour. The 1 hour has disrespected some order blocks, but that's okay because it might just be using that 4 hours to pair up. Yeah, I like Seltzer. I'm just gonna stick with that bias. Not the 50. Yeah, 50. Okay. Right, where did we open up as the gap? Oh, there basically is no gap, so I'm gonna get rid of that because if you check now, wait, I'm tripping, bro. How have I done that? I'll be honest, I don't know how. Oh, I think I know what I did. My bad. So that's our opening range gap. Also, for me, I draw 15-minute premium and discounts for sessions. Could quite easily come back up to discount a premium of this range, but I like 15-minute swing highs and lows. Lines up nicely, I suppose, with this 15-minute fair value gap. Bottom of Asia session, is that a breaker? Not quite. I mean, it kind of is, but the breaker's really like up here, you know. It's a volume balance. Okay, I'm gonna just mark out a line for this opening range gap so I know where the middle of it. Oh wait. Well, I might as well just mark the top. I'm gonna include that volume imbalance in that, and no, there isn't one quite above it. I don't like drawing PD arrays from the left side of the chart. What I mean by that is like this, yeah. So let's say I'm looking at this potentially for buys, just for a scenario, right? I'm gonna say, oh look, I'm gonna draw what it's reacting off of. So then you do this, right? Let's say you didn't even know that price has happened yet. Let's say price is here. You've drawn this just by coincidence, and then price comes into it, and then you're gonna go and look in that 1 minute for like a buy or something, or a 5-minute buy, and that's a very low probability type of way of trading, because you're counting on the fact that this is creating you're trying to always catch that low of that reversal. Like, you don't want to be doing that, because yeah, it could go up and you're trying to catch the Judas to then go lower, sweep that again into another discount PD ray. You're trying to catch the Judas again going up, does it again. Like, look how many times you could have been trying to buy. You just got to stick with that order flow. If it's bearish, you're bearish. So get rid of that left side PD array. We're not catching reversals around here. Unless it's confirmed with 15-minute market structure. I'd rather miss out on a 1 minute bottom tick entry like this, then have 4 losses trying to catch that. Alright. What did we touch? Oh, we touched. Okay, we touched discount. We touched that premium. Wait. Oh snap! Wait, I need to be careful because there actually could be a trade here, bro. Yeah, touch discount. Wait. I don't think I like that just yet, but I need to monitor something. So, come on, load. Nice. This 15-minute chart, we're currently below 8:30 and we're below midnight. Where's our BPRs? So, if we're checking for our BPRs, we don't have on the hourly at 4 hour. Hourly isn't finished yet, although we would have a BPR, which is here, right? Because this bit doesn't have any candle. I mean, the actual BPR range is that, right? Eventually when it finishes, but active, it's not active yet. Okay, if I check the 15-minute, where's our 15-minute BPRs? Oh, there's a fair value gap here with a volume imbalance. Let me see for reclaimed order blocks where we are on this left side of the curve. So hourly is our best bet right now. The hourly reclaimed order block that we have is this candle right here. We do have some refined 15-minute zones, but I prefer the hourly. Yes, didn't give much of a retracement yet. Let's quickly draw that premium and discount. Yeah, it still had a little bit higher to go. Check quickly YM's 15-minute. Wait. Bro, what is that? I just want to check what the risk to reward of this trade would be in any scenario. Okay, approximately 30. I'm not considering this yet. I would much rather see a deeper retracement, maybe sweeping this high again, but I'm not completely writing this off. We just need to see what the next few candles give us, because this might be an early trade, but it's we did fill a part of the opening range gap. N-Dogs and N-Wogs, we've got one slightly above us. We've got we'll be creating a 1 hour fair value gap. So we need to think that, okay, in 20 minutes, if this candle closes like this, I think the next candle is more likely to open, rally higher into that gap to then drop, as opposed to like try and drop now without touching this gap or creating and touching it. Yeah, that's possible. Um, I'm kind of interested how this 15-minute on ES is gonna close. If we maybe get a bearish close under this order block, I would like to take this trade. To me, that would signify that this is bearish, a bearish order block, and that we should stay below that until that sell side swept, which means that we should just trade lower. Get bound to flow. Oh, this is good because in 3 minutes, I'm like, that 15-minute candle closes, and it's possible we might inverse it. Oh wait, news at 10. Oh wait, yeah, we can't take this. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Almost broke my rule. I need to double check that. Yeah, news at 10. Okay. Okay, the better scenario is that we keep trading high until 10, then get our inverse. I think. Right? Yeah, I'm not taking that. I almost forgot. Almost broke my main rule about news. It's a good job I checked over my checklist. This is why you need a written checklist. I'm telling you, like, mental checklists don't work. You'll always forget something at some point, and then you're gonna wish you never did it. It's not worth the £1,000 loss over a bit of paper. Okay. Wait, 15 minutes then. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna. Oh my goodness, bro. Right, we're just killing time, boys. We're killing time. Humble beginnings. Humble beginning. Yo, you know what is crazy though? I'm gonna keep it real. I've only ever seen one other person out of every single streamer and person, educator, anyone that's done any kind of trading in front of people live, or even in some group or whatnot. I've only seen one guy show and keep track of his account. One guy, bro. Like, okay, now to be fair, some of them do send proof every so often, but like, you never see that like current win rate type status. I feel like if I was a new trader, right, and I wanted to learn ICT, and I searched on YouTube ICT trading or like ICT live or something, and I saw someone and they had their statistics for show that you can see clearly. I think that's like, I don't even know what's the word, like you gotta prove your credentials. You know, you don't become a doctor without passing an exam and going through all the tests. But nowadays, any random person can start a YouTube channel, start live streaming, and show trades without having to keep track of their accounts, without having to try and keep track of progress, nothing. Like you can jump on someone's live and you'll never know if they're actually about it. Let's see what's happening on this hourly. Hourly touched our reclaimed order block. This is actually a decent scenario to be in. As long as we don't start going too high. But then that's fine because it just means we switch our bias. I'm very flexible. Still prefer that sell side though. Let's change, yeah, this. That's like the entire reclaimed order block zone. I don't want it over, whatever, don't matter. I'll get rid of that further you go, because we're already above it now. We are above the opening range gap too, but it could just be a wick. It depends how this candle closes also. I suppose, yeah. Oh, do you know what? This might be something interesting because if we close above this, is this a valid order block? Even this candle here, like actually, because a better body. Yeah. If we close above that, is that? Right, we'll need to see that. YM is still bearish. I think this is pretty cool because at some point in the future, I can come back to these videos and I can watch them for myself, or these live streams, and I can watch them for myself. And it's like in a year's time, when everything's like, when I'm better, I'm you know, more advanced, and I'm this and that. Like as you improve, you can always look back and think, wow, like I thought in that moment, I thought I knew everything, but actually I didn't. Okay. This might be, this is why we need to analyze exactly what's going on now, because there's a few scenarios that might be playing out. Is this the manipulation before news that then takes us back down lower? Or is this building in the move so that news can continue this higher based on, it breaking bearish PD arrays, creating bullish PD arrays, and maybe respecting an order block on a regular trading hours gap? Because even this, yeah, this is an area of liquidity right here. So did we sweep it? We did. We swept regular trading hours liquidity. So that even might be the top of this candle. No? Okay, that's fine. Oh, snap. Alright. I think a closure back above midnight and this green candle will definitely sell it for me. That we should be bullish. I just want to see some sort of confirmation on ES with that. Let's check YM again. If YM's dropped more, bro, I'm dead serious, yeah. Look at this. When this candle is green on YM, this candle is black. When the candles are black, 1, 2, 3, we've got 1, 2, 3 bullish candles. YM literally moves the opposite nowadays. It's just crazy, bro. No, not really. I'm only joking, but it does like to do its own thing a little bit. No. So this might be that 4-hour reversal coming into play. We touched that 4-hour gap. Did we touch discount? Wait. Not quite. Maybe if you draw on like body to wick or something. I'm not sure. Or if you refined it on the hourly. Okay, 10 o'clock's always... Bro, here's my best tip for 10 o'clock, yeah. You need to be so aware of what's going on, because this way you can't get sucked in and just stay on the 5-minute time frame and lower, 1 minute. At 10 o'clock, the 4-hour candle ends, the 1-hour candle ends, and the 15-minute candle ends. They're all going to tell you something from their candle closures. Each one will tell you something, right? Like here, this is closing bullish. Hourly still looks like it's bearish in this order block. I'm just being quick, yeah? And in 15-minute, let's say it closes within these gaps, it still looks somewhat bearish. I mean, it did create equal highs. I'm not calling it off yet, but I'm saying that you always got to check through, like keep flicking through them time frames, especially at 10. Yo, I seen... No, forget it. We got to check that regular trading hours too. I got to check if it closes above that candle high. That body. And if so, what does that mean for our bias? It'd be interesting to look back and see if that candle here, this random 15-minute, is going to be respected as an order block to take us higher. ES did touch... Okay, it's an optimal trade entry of this range. It's quite a large displacement though. Like if you're on the 1 minute, I can definitely see how you'd be wanting to buy in here like this for 10 o'clock going into these highs here. Like I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just not enough for me. It's not enough. I'm trying to trade that like 80-90% strategy. Because the ES looks still weak, bro. ES don't look strong at all. What? Okay, did make some 5-minute structure. Alright, 4 minutes till candle closure. And then we got news. Big boy news. You know what, we never quick. I'm gonna just have a 1 minute check on DXY. I never check DXY. DXY 15. No, let's start with the 4 hour. 4 hour bullish order flow. It's very obvious. Oh, we've got nice, perfect equal highs there. Okay, that seems very likely that that's the target. It is inside of. What is that? Oh no, that's nothing. Okay, that's fine. So 4 hours bullish. 1 hour created a bullish order block. We closed above it. This candle wick and body should be supported to take us higher. 15-minute is seeing that pre 10 a.m. retracement. We've got our 15-minute order blocks here. There's an immediate rebalance that we had. Bro, this looks clean. I could definitely see that going higher, which would. Is that what we want? Because then that would mean what? That indices should, or futures should go lower, but they can trade together. Because I mean, at news, yeah, this thing could just drop. That's what we don't know. That's why you can't trade before news. You literally you don't know what's gonna happen. You can predict it, but you're not that desperate, are you? Oh, I feel a bit excited to test this theory. There's something like somewhat new, and I knew about liquidity pools, using liquidity pools on opening range gaps, but I never looked at PDRA structure on that. I mean, on opening range gaps, it is kind of bullish, right? Like we're inside a 15-minute in here. Spin. We're gonna get back to back to back to back dubs. Oh, this is clean, bro. I need to be careful actually because 5 minute. No, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Oh, okay, the 5 minute. I kind of don't need that 5 minute to close below now. Because this might be our inverse fair value gap, guys. This might be our trade. I'm just going to quickly flick through to make sure I'm staying relevant with the time frames. Okay, that 5 minute is our best inverse, potential inverse. NWOGs. Oh, okay. Gonna get rid of that high. Right, let me quickly go through now. 4 hour. How did the 4 hour close? It didn't close in that volume imbalance completely. I don't mind too much. This 4-hour candle can definitely fill part of that wick, which would easily be enough for our take profit. That's fine. 1 hour did respect and close below that reclaimed, inside the reclaimed order block, and respected our bearish order block. 15-minute was no, what am I doing? Okay, so we touched the 15-minute wick. We respected this fair value gap here. We did create a fair value gap, but we haven't really seen bullish structure from ES. Not really in comparison. And then YM, to confirm it, YM is not far from sell side. It hasn't really confirmed bullish structure either. So this was news. Let's check that 5-minute. Oh yeah, not regular trade now. Let's quickly. So it didn't close above. Got to be careful. Yeah, 10 o'clock. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the news release actually was in terms of, was it bearish, was it bullish. I don't really care. I just look at technicals. So was this now the Judas from open higher to fill in a part of this wick to then sell, or is this now, was it bullish and we're gonna keep respecting? We'll find out, because really this 5-minute gap, being that it's silver bullet now, really should be respected. There is no way I can see price coming down here to then go back up. So we're in a good scenario right now, and the scenario is, if price is bullish, it's going to respect it and then go higher, so it won't give us a better sell trade, keeping us out from a loss. And if it is bearish, yeah, we'll close below that, which doesn't likely seem bullish. I mean, yeah, I don't like them equal highs though. They be looking a bit special. Oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, them highs are very likely to get run. I'm just thinking though, is this all low resistance liquidity run? Is that what all this is? Our 4-hour candle has opened, traded slightly initially lower and then higher. You could say that it's respecting this reclaimed order block. I'm going to draw this one instead. Right? In fact, like the entire zone is like that. Maybe even... Oh, snap. Did he... It actually closed on mean threshold of that. I don't know if you can see that. No, it didn't. It closed slightly below it. I'm tripping. Hourly. Oh, okay. I mean, this looks kind of obvious now with hindsight, since when you've got a 4-hour fair value gap, you need a 5-minute market structure shift. So if we draw a 4-hour here, we go to the 5-minute. The 5-minute high where there's the market structure shift is here. You can see we close above it with strength, creating a fair value gap. I mean, if you'd have caught that, that's not a bad trade actually. Oh boy. That's fine. Bro, if we ain't losing, we're winning. Yeah, it's possible we might just go higher. That's okay, because then we will have other PD arrays to trade off of. We could then use this as our reclaimed order block. We could use maybe an inverse. This inverse is a little too small. Nah, I don't care. I don't like that one. This one, we've got an inverse here. We'll have options. So what have we got here in terms of the pattern? We opened at midnight. We initially manipulated higher, sweeping buy side, to then trade lower and sweep sell side into a 4-hour peak point of interest. This is a Z day. This literally, like, yo. Is it? That's what I'm seeing. So it's like it's very just manipulative. Like it sweeps this high here. It actually makes a low, sweeps that low there, creates a high, sweeps all these lows, and now you're telling me we're gonna go and take that buy side. It's possible. Even into the PM, yeah. Oh, this is nice. We get some good PD arrays off this. Oh, but can we trade this? Because I'm not sure. I'd need price to touch that midnight level because otherwise I'd be buying above midnight and 8:30. Weird price action. Yeah, it is slightly. I think. Or is it just touching this hourly fair value gap here? Yo, imagine, bro. No, I don't know. Like, I'm so 50-50 right now. I can see both sides equally working. Yo, that sell side on ES. Like, what? You telling me now we're going all the way up here and creating some, like, what is that? I don't even know. That's strange, bro. If you'd never saw NQ, yeah, get rid of. Imagine you never seen NQ and forget your current bias that you might have on price. If you open the charts and looked at ES like this now, are you gonna tell me you're more bullish than bearish? No way. There's no chance, bro. I'd put money on it. Out of 1,000 people, 70% are gonna say bearish. 80%. I would 100% put money on that. So if you're thinking like that, that means that it's this price action, unbiasedly, not looking at anything else. This is bearish, even if it's done a few, nice candles. So now, why is it when you look at NQ, a few candles will completely change that bias? I'm not sure. Which one is telling the right story? Which one's really correct? Is it really bearish to this sell side and whatnot? And it's just trying to touch this hourly fair value gap. You've got actually a reclaimed order block higher up. You've got, yeah. Or is it truly bullish because it's had a 4 hour fair value gap? Sweet. It's like you need to jump on that higher time frame, but we haven't got that much. Okay, what's the higher time frame? The higher time frame is that we touched a daily fair value gap. We have just touched a daily volume imbalance. There is a daily fair value gap higher here. I liked that. I liked this gap below. I really thought that we'd touch this gap. We still might. I'm just not sure if this is now a complete reversal to buy side. Could be, because this is our reclaimed order blocks. How will we know for sure? Okay, we'll know for sure if not on this candle or the next few. That's for sure, because if that next candle obviously opens and closes like this, then you know for sure, okay, we're going to take buy side. If this candle respects these kind of PD arrays and then that next candle closes like this, yo, there's a decent possibility that we might just be bearish back down to these lows. But then you got to monitor that lower time frame, because you got to make sure it isn't just trying to, you know, retrace into these inverses, this fair value gap. What was YM doing? Here, same again, right? If you'd never seen any price action on any other chart, are you gonna tell me YM is bullish? How? How would you frame that? You couldn't frame that if I even tried paying for that, right? There's no way. Especially now if this 40-second left candle closes below that, making that an order block. Bruv, it's gotta be. Oh, snap. So it did close above. Yes, looks like it might be seeking. Okay, it closed above that. So that's like almost. Let me check the times. Where's 8:30? Oh, we closed above 830. We closed above an inverse. We created an immediate rebalance on NQ. We closed above midnight. We closed above this. I'm just gonna draw this one here. We closed above this reclaimed order block. We created a fair value gap. We've inversed all those there. Okay. What would we wait for? We need something like this. Either just a sweep here to then go higher, or maybe, maybe not like that much time, but, another sweep to then go higher. It doesn't even have to come that low either, just you could do something like that. Bro. Oh yeah, but it has to touch midnight. It has to touch midnight for me. If it doesn't touch midnight, there's at least no buy. There's not a single buy scenario if it continues higher. If it touches midnight, that's possible. It means that it's had its manipulation back. Ah. Very nice. If it kind of lines up with that sweep, so like if it needed to do the sweep, it would have to touch midnight, so we can stay up, stay knowing that, like, there's potential. Has done an immediate rebalance. Something to note on both ES and NQ. Isn't confirmed just yet. What kind of is, because you don't need the candle closure for it to happen, but you need a few other things for that. Kind of can't be mad though, because from, I think it's like, yes, last week, from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I had a winner every single day. And then yesterday, Tuesday, because I didn't trade Monday, I had a nice winner too. So I've had a winner basically on every possible trading day. And usually there's some days in between where I don't find a setup on either the AM or the PM because of how, the strategy is is required to be ticked off. Right, we touched midnight. So longs are valid. That means we must have swept that low. Okay. This is good. You want to see displacement because we need to make a fair value gap. If we need to make a fair value gap, this candle would need to drop lower. Come on, homie. Right, we can get rid of that info actually. Fear not, young ones. Done a sweep, but no fair value gap has been given yet. I might not even give one. That's possible because sometimes this area where there should have been the fair value gap, it happened on like, let's say the 15-second chart. I just don't trade them. I prefer a larger time frame. Let me actually check. How long have I been live streaming for now? Because I'm gonna stay consistent with this for a long time. Let me see. I need to get a better thumbnail. I need to get a better, like, stuff like that. I didn't care too much to start with, but now I'll put a bit more effort in. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is the 8th day because one of the streams duplicated. It seems likely the scenario we had earlier was this. So on the 5-minute, it's more clear that a market structure shift and buys were in play. However, because I used the 15-minute, that's just my thing, right? I'm waiting for that 15-minute confluence. So everyone that's trading these lower time frames, yeah, they're seeing that sooner. But then like it's also less confirmed. I suppose even like the hourly is better than the 15. But if not for day trading, I don't think, because it's not, you can't get enough candles. Hmm. This is good. It's building accumulation. This is why you don't FOMO. Because in my mind, I had seen this and thought, you know what? Like on the 1 minute, let's say. Or maybe it's just gonna, you know, trade in here or something. And then it's, if you had a stop like that, you could catch this move. But I don't do that. Because this can happen, bro. You gotta follow your model. Oh boy. Yo, we need to be careful actually. Yo, hold on a second. How's this hourly looking? Oh snap, because yo, honestly, if we inverse this, I will take the short. But if we remain above it and you know, we respect it and we're just creating a structure shift fair value gap to then go higher, then I'm gonna remain bullish. It's just that I can definitely see the scenario of this just wanting to touch premium of this leg here. It touched OTE, did a sweep of there, filled in a bit more of that imbalance. There's an inverse right there. This is a breaker. Ooh, it's possible. I mean, let's check YM. Hmm. Let's check the risk on this, the potential risk, because we're not in this or anything. 3 times 5, it'd be a 15. Oh, snap. Yo, it is dropping, you know. Oh, snap. Yo. This might be something we could get a good trade out of, you know. We might have been right overall when we were talking about how this was bearish. Potentially. We, yeah. Flipping now. Yo, oh, this is looking good. Yo, boys. Alright, not yet, because I ain't closed or anything. Alright, but you know what we need to be careful of? Because right now, this might have just been creating a fair value gap for it then to inverse and go higher. But I'm gonna send this into my signals. I'm just gonna say, Oh, this is difficult now, bro. This is sticky one. This is a sticky one. Still. Oh boy. Ah, cause it's like, is it? Is it? Right. This 2 minute here, bro. We can frame both sides of the market. That's what I really don't like. But not macro inverse fair value gap. Let me get rid of this for a moment. Let's get this out of the way. And let's check some business. We need to really get down to what's being respected and what's not. We're inside a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. This can definitely be bullish, just as much as it can be bearish. This is not often you get this, like where there's both sides. Quite easily, both sides are framed in the same structure. I mean, no, I prefer now the bullish one, I'll be honest. Since that 15-minute close can still look quite strong. So what have we got? We've got a 2-minute gap here. I'm gonna send this one out also in the signals, cause we've had a very strong sweep. We've had our displacement that left the fair value gap. We're below midnight and 8:30, or at least we manipulated into those levels. And then premium and discount on the 15-minute was reached, because if we draw from premium, discount to premium, we touch that. Everything is lined up, you know. Everything is lined up. Probably. Bro, if this flipping drops now, I'm flipping everyone's just that 5 minute. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, this looks good, because this looks like it made this as a bearish order block, okay, because it closed below. Then this next candle kind of reversed that, because it instantly closed below above this, meaning that this is now a bullish order block potentially. It didn't completely inverse the gap, but that's fine, because you expect now this candle to touch into here and expand higher. ES only closed a part of its range in. It gave a large retracement back into this order block. This is a reclaimed order block. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can sense. Right, I'm getting I'm watching this now basically for a potential entry, so just be careful. Okay, you might get an entry on this. if it closes above. Okay, not this candle maybe. That's fine. Next 2 minute candle. Let's see what happens. We might get a good trade here, you know. Genuinely. I don't like that initial 5 minute retracement though. That 5 minute retracement looks... It did still respect the gap though. But it don't look healthy. Not looking healthy. Scum. In fact, the more back and forth price action that we get inside this range is better. Because that means then if this next candle or whenever this candle in the future potentially closes above, this is more of a balanced price range as opposed to an inefficiency. And it should give us a stronger execution then, because then we should have less drawdown since there's no need to come back inside this range to balance it. Oh dear. This is pretty mad though, because yo, this 15-minute candle looks like it could flip, you know. It could go bearish. And we've got that sell side nearby. Yo. Yo, for any future viewers, yeah, or anyone watching right now, bro, you could say the maddest things to me, you know, like insult me into oblivion. I'll never ban you. I'll never mute. Like, I take that stuff like a champ. So you can waffle to your heart's desires. I know too many snowflakes that go around here banning people, muting them and deleting their messages because they can't take a little bit of hate. Bro, that's not me. If anything, you're gonna get it back. If you can give it, you better be willing to take it. Oh, this 15-minute candle, bro. Let me check NQ. Oh no, this is spooky. This is what I'm saying. This candle could flip. Let me check YM real quick. Who's the gen? Oh, what? Oh, basically the snowflake. Cause I don't know, bro. I can't be naming names, you know. Because, bro, I'm worried that like a year in the future, some random dude's gonna find this and he's gonna clip it, and I'm screwed then. You know what I mean? But it's someone we all know. Essentially, that's all I'm gonna say. It's all we all know. They can't take a bit of hate. They flipped on the homie once because they took a loss basically. And some guy in the chat was being a homie and said, "Oh, don't FOMO, just take a break or take the day off," type thing. And that, you probably know who I'm talking about now. And they were like, "Don't tell me what to do. This is my stream." Wait, how come you're deleting your own message, bro? What's going on? A bookie guy. Oh, okay. 15-minute on YM. It's not looking too bad. 15-minute here don't look strong at all. It looks like this low is... Oh, bother. Oh, you know what? Because now it's even made two lows in here. It's rebalanced this range. If this closes below, we've got ourselves a juicer. I know we're going back and forth between bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. I know it don't look good, yeah. It don't look healthy, but just promise me. I mean, just trust me, yeah. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna either trade, yeah, should end up with a nice trade, depending on what it should do. Because essentially, what we've done is we've built conditions for each scenario. Where if this happens, right? So like I'm saying, if this inverse is above, basically we shouldn't be bearish. And then also for this 5-minute here, because this looks even stronger than that one here, the bullish. If this inverse is on that 5-minute, we're definitely bearish. So we can take either confidently, knowing that that's the correct bias that we're trading with. But you see how everyone, bro, I'm saying everyone because I checked some person that's live, yeah. Everyone in their chat was like, long, 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 I'm gonna secure partials. I'm aiming for the... Bro, they were aiming for this buy side. And look how that ended up. Bro. Flipping hell, man. Wait, how are you 5 minutes behind, bro? Oh, snap. Wait, am I on a delay? Are you seeing a very similar time to the real time? I need to check my own stream. Wait, why is it 360p? Are you... Whoa, 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 whoa. Bro. Yo, I need some serious, w- um, what resolution are you seeing my stream at right now, bro? Please tell me it's somewhat HD. There's no way it's 360p. There's no flipping way. Okay, 720, that's not too bad. It's manageable. It should be 1080 though, but I don't know. Right, that's fine. How's it not 1080, 60 FPS? Oh, whatever. I gotta mess around with the OBS, bro. Not now, yeah. Alright, sound though. Thanks for that. Yeah, casually, what? Casually trying to hold for 100 points? Yeah. How big was that? Oh, literally. Oh my God! It was 100 points. You were right. That's crazy. Wait, from this fair value gap as well. 110 points. Or to that high. Yeah, 100 points. Jesus, bro. You don't need 100 points to be making money, fam. I think when you're under is it leveraged? I don't know if that's the right word, but when you don't have enough capital, it's like it creates problems with trading, you know. You start getting too greedy and stuff. Alright, yo, we could get a good trade here. This 2 minute, if this 2 minute closes above, I'm definitely in this. gotta be careful because, oh yeah. All right, I'm actually in. I'm not officially in the trade, but I've put a limit. I've put a limit. I'm not worried if it leaves because um I'm I'm thinking I might be able to re-enter at some other stage once it creates a fair value gap. So I'm never like trying to jump the gun type thing. All right, we're officially in. I can't flip and see a thing, man. 56.25. 56.25 is my stop loss. And my take profit, I'm on MNQ though, so just watch out. And then my take profit will be a 1-to-1. So at 33.75. Okay. That's it. We're in, lad. We're in. Let me check that 5 minute. Okay. Out of all the trades I've placed though, this does have a possibility. Okay, if this 2 minute closes nicely, yeah, it'll be fine. But it did seem like there was a possibility that it was a bad closure above, and that actually, or like a fake closure, right? So that it seemed maybe that it closed above, but it weren't meant to, kind of thing, and it would completely reverse. But this looks more clear now. I'm gonna zoom in on my charts. My take profit is approximately this level. I suppose it lines up with some of that liquidity. A little bit more above that high. That high is a decent partial though. If you wanted to take a partial or put your stop to break even, I'd do it after that high. We've entered just before a macro. So what's possible is what, a macro retracement continuation, maybe. Let me check them 15-minute candles. We basically want this 15-minute candle here to close above that black candle, because then that's going to guarantee us to have this order block. This is an order block and a continuation. For ES, same similar situation. YM looks good. Yeah. Let's check the 5 minute. 5 minute created, so 5 minute touched into this fair value gap. It then created a bearish order block, and then it respected it by closing above it. Okay, and this candle, as you can see here, where I'm moving my mouse, it's dug into this, right? Has it touched? I don't know, but I have to zoom in to check that. Okay. It looks fair. This is what I was gonna say when I was mentioning that if price leaves us. So if we didn't get our touch back into the inverse, see how it made a 2 minute gap here? I'm looking here, right? So because it made that 2 minute gap, if that gap was higher and we didn't touch back into the original inverse, I would move my entry into that gap. And you can almost 98% of the time basically guarantee some kind of entry. Like, it's very difficult to get filled at, to get missed. There will be some times though that happens. Yo, I'm gonna remember these times, you know, these humble beginnings. bro, man's got one viewer and we're out here taking consistent dubs. Josh, you're a real one, bro. It's crazy, man. Technically that entry is based off the inverse. Yeah, so always my entry, as soon as it inverses, I'll always enter on that inverse. But as soon as, if let's say that candle didn't touch this inverse, it went higher, then created a gap like up here, I'd move that entry to here for a hope in like that it comes back and touches the gap like that. I just enter candle closures. I mean, yeah, so look, candle closures is not bad, but the risk to reward is always slightly off in a way. As in, you can play that power of three because we know that next candle needs to create a bottom wick. If it hasn't closed much above the inverse, yo, let's make this cleaner because it's a bit. If it hasn't closed much above that inverse, then it's possible for it to just touch it like it did. Yeah. And then for every fair value gap it keeps making as it trades higher, I'll like adjust my risk and whatnot to enter in there instead. Type thing. Until I can get in. But obviously at some point you kind of have to let it go if it's really just leaving. Okay, let's check these 15-minute candles. Oh dear. Oh snap. I'm gonna be honest, bro. That don't actually look that good. We might have got caught in some consolidation. It's not over yet, but I am... How could we have predicted that? So, yes, his 15-minute candle is like... YM don't look bad. Yes. It's not too bad though. It's not too bad. I just think that this, in my opinion, this 5-minute candle is basically the hope of this trade because there is no real 15-minute point of interest being held. Well, there is here, but I'm saying because our stop loss, you'll see, is here, right? It doesn't matter anymore because if it wants to touch it again, we're going to get stopped. However, the PD arrays that can hold it in our drawdown, like in this area of drawdown, is this order block. So we're kind of banking on the fact that this entire order block here is going to hold and take us higher. I thought that 15-minute, I quite like that this last 15-minute candle. I think that looks good. Yes, it looks okay too. I don't think we did anything wrong. I always like to just evaluate and see if there was anything wrong. We should still feel confident. I think. Yeah. Alright, I've got to check the stream. To be fair, Tanja was bullish, so that's a red flag. Bro, yeah, this is gonna become a solid meme, you know. I checked her stream, yeah. So she took one loss because she was trying to go for the 100 points, yeah. And I got 2 monitors, that's why I can check it on the other. But like, what did she do? I think she re-entered. I think I seen that she. Let me pull it up quick time. Oh yeah. So she did. She re-entered. I don't know where. Somewhere in here. It's sort of how we've done this inverse. And it looks like she's just trying to. Oh, she's still going for the high, but she's looking to take partials. Oh yeah. Well, I'm saying partials, right? But like, look, if this is your trade, and this is almost a 1-to-1 to get here, If you take off 20% at this 1-to-1, you've basically took how much in partials? What, 20%? Yeah, you took 20% off. Oh no, it's almost a 1-to-2 actually, it looks like. So maybe it's like 40%. Maybe a bit less because she's in 6 contracts. So about 15%, I think. About 15 or 30%. 30% partial. That's not bad. But it's not great either, I suppose. I don't know. I don't ever take partials. I just go for 1-to-1s. Oh, it's perfect. I'm not greedy. I'm not interested. I don't want more. I haven't, like, bro, you could show me 101 executions of this hitting this high, yeah, and taking that buy side and me getting an extra however much R this is. By literally, I couldn't care less. Because the psychology behind me just aiming for 1-to-1s, and I know that it's a very, very high probability it gets hit. If my strategy's fully ticked off, bro, that's a solid win rate, man. You could extend it though and increase the profit curve, like the equity curve of your account. Just depends on risk tolerance. I'd have to risk less in order to get more. I wouldn't be comfortable with risking what I'm risking going for 1-to-2s, because with Apex, if you're on an eval or even on a PA until you've got your account at that threshold, if you're in any profit and that thing comes back down, bro, you've lost R's. One win rate would be on a 0.5. Oh snap. I actually don't think it would be that much higher, because it's like, yeah, it's essentially at that point you're limiting it so much, because when I'm entering here now, I've basically guaranteed everything. I've guaranteed structure, bias, daily profiles, session profiles. Just there's so many things that's gone into this that the move should definitely be like at least this type thing, right? Or at least a 1-to-1. That's why I go for a 1-to-1. But if I'm going for a 0.5, it's like at that point, none of the rest of the strategy kind of matters. I could just trade this pattern alone, just on the, like the 1 minute or something. Just trade a pattern, and you could get. I think you could still win with that. You could still make money, for sure. But then when you take them losses, oh, knowing 2 wins have gone. Oh, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Because when you lose, yeah, this is deep, bro. When you lose, you actually have lost 2R instead of 1R. Like, for instance, there's 2 scenarios of today, or even this trade. Let's say this trade, there's 2 scenarios. Scenario 1 is I take a winner. Scenario 2 is I take a loser. Scenario 1 is plus 1R. Scenario 2 is minus 1R. The difference between them two is... Oh my god, I can't find it. There we go. The difference between them two is 2R, bro. Because from minus 1R, with 1 win you get to break even, and then another win you get to 1R. So when you lose, you literally lose twice. And if if you're only taking 0.5 wins, every loss is 4 losses to get back to the same place basically as you should have been. Oh, let me see that 15-minute close. Ooh. Ugh. I don't know, bro. Let me check YM. Oh, YM looks good, you know. Oh. Oh. We're seeing a lot of retracement though. Bro, why is Nah, I don't respect that. I don't respect that. I'm gonna call her out for that. She better be turning off her live streams before she takes losses, you know. She's a bad sneak. Oh yeah, we might get stopped out. There's a possibility of this for sure. I think. What would it be looking to do? I mean, I can definitely. I can. I can frame that sell side. I didn't really expect it to come back into this 15-minute gap or even trade lower, but I suppose it's probable. I mean, look at YM now though. YM's all bullish, bro. Don't tell me now that YM's bullish, we're all bearish. Come on, bro. Help a homie out. If this loses, in reality, the actual stream record should be 5-1, but it's gonna say 5-3. That sucks. Before I'd started this streaming as well, I was on like an 8 winning streak, you know. Okay, right, so that's stop filled. That's okay. Let me take my orders out. Let's make sure we're... Okay, let me reevaluate. What did we do wrong here? Come on. Bro. There we go. Oh, wait a second. I need to check. Okay, it wouldn't have mattered that much. I'm trying to consider. I think I need to see more candles to play out because I'm not sure if this was just a deep retracement, like stop hunt for then a continuation, or we truly are bearish. I'm not sure here. Ain't it crazy though how YM is suddenly bullish and like we're bearish? Are these things are meant to move the same, bro? Okay, I see this as an order block, right? Like the sensitive part of it. So if this is being held, which it was, that's bullish. Here's a very similar thing. We've got an inverse overlapped with a normal regular fair value gap. That to me looks quite strong. It reacted nicely, closed within it. That next candle was bullish. We entered in this candle here. I can't see how you would have maybe avoided that. That's fine. I'm going to get it screenshotted. I'm going to send it through. One to one. Yep. I'll send it in my executions. I'm going to update that. could change. Oh, I could change it right now. Yeah, I'll do it right now. Let me do the maths on that actually. Okay, it's 62%. The date today is the 26th. 26th of the 6th. There we go. Okay, that was unlucky. Seems like we all had a bit of an unfortunate session. Tanja took 2 losses. I took 1 loss. I'm sure a few other people might have got trapped in this consolidation. I expected a bit more. That's fine. I'm gonna look back later and I'm gonna check to see how this played out in terms of direction. I want to see, are we gonna continue and drop lower or into this 4-hour gap, or are we and take sell side here, or is this just a consolidation to continue higher? I think it is a drop though. This don't look strong at all. I could, oh snap. Alrighty-yo. Well, I'm gonna dip. Thanks for being here, bro. Unfortunately, we took a loss. That sometimes happens. Cost of doing business. I need that. I need that as a quote. Actually, that's goated. Sounds like mad professional. I hope you have a good afternoon, bro, and take care. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow for sure. Let me check the news tomorrow. In fact. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. That's fine. Alright, safe, bro. I appreciate it. Peace, everyone.